Hi, I'm Carrie.
I'm Chemda. We're Gilmore friends, and we just watched season 1, episode 11.
Episode 11.
So this episode is called Paris is Burning.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm glad I didn't know that.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so I don't want to talk about the title yet, if you don't mind, but we have so many things to share. I want to call our episode of this episode Shaking My Head. I was shaking my head throughout this whole thing. Everybody pissed me off.
Yes.
I was so angry. I was so upset at every move. I just, my head was in my palm. So yeah, let's get into it. The cold open, nice and easy. They're doing little, A is for aneurysm. Let's see who has to clean the fridge, right? Little cute game. We learned about the past pet history of Lorelai.
I was afraid in the cold open that they were going to adopt a dog, and this was going to be the Gilmore Girls Adopt a Dog episode. I was so terrified of that because every show does that, and I don't want to watch an episode about the new dog. So, like, as I wrote down that, like, when the credits started, and they had already decided not to adopt a dog, and then the credits roll, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I didn't want to watch an episode about them training the dog and learning about the dog, and I don't care. So, thank you for not having the dog adoption episode.
That is thank you, Gilmore Girls. That is, that's what's fun, like part of the fun of watching it with Carrie, who's never seen it before. Her predictions out loud as the next scene comes, and watching me trying not to respond to whether that I know exactly where it's going to go. So,
well, because I said, oh God, please don't let them adopt a dog, and then you laughed, but that laugh tells me nothing.
I know
that laugh could be like, oh, well, she doesn't know they don't get the dog, or that laugh could be like, oh my God, there's a whole season about a dog.
Where
and
I don't. Gilmore friends at? Where
I don't know which you're laughing at, but I was relieved they did not get a dog in this episode. If there is a whole season about adopting a dog, I will be so irritated. I don't care. I don't want to talk about the dog. I want to talk about boys.
There are some Gilmore friends out there just kind of under their table tee-hee-heeing right now for you don't know what reason.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I really hope.
I have a folder of things that you say that make me want my head explode because I know exactly what's coming and your predictions are hilarious. And now I'm writing them down. I think the folder is called Head Explosion.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be the foil for I'm happy to take the blame for your head exploding.
Good. Let's get into it because your predictions were on fire during this episode. So do you have anything about the cold open? I'm just like, oh, that's a weird anti-PETA story. Very
Oh, yeah, that Lorelai tortured a hamster?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I have no comment on that. She can torture a hamster and then abandon it in a, like, I mean, she did like what like an 8-year-old would do, again, is like not properly take care of an animal and then just like run away.
Right. And in this episode, I think we show a lot of, maybe that was just the start of showing how immature all of her decisions have been.
Yes.
So,
and that her running away from her issues is like a theme.
Right.
We open with the date at Max's house, and he's berating her for not eating at the table, but then putting her butt on his counter and eating out of the dishes. Okay.
Well, I have that written down also because, it stands out to me because this is when I was growing up, this was the cool girl. The cool girl didn't sit on a chair. The cool girl sat on the edge of the couch, the table. The cool girl didn't eat while everyone was eating. She ate from the pot. She was hungry at the wrong times, like I'm not a white cloth kind of girl. I'm chill. So.
Right.
But also showing again the immaturity, because immaturity was hot. Am I not right about that?
No, your manic pixie dream girl is immature. She's just like, I do what I want. I eat spaghetti at breakfast. Like,
I could eat this with my hands. You'll find me adorable.
But she does a really disgusting thing in this scene, which is she finds Rory's paper and she's like, why don't I put an A on it for you?
I hate that.
And I think that is so gross. And I don't know why she didn't. I mean, I guess we know why, because she's immature, but like, holy shit, not cool.
I don't think Lorelai should bring up Rory's name at all. In terms of like Mr. Medina.
Yes, in terms of the academics that he is inflicting's not the right word, but in terms of his academic world and Rory's Rory does not exist.
Yes, unless it's, hey, my kid did this and it's kind of separate. It has to go with your life, not her life, not her boyfriend.
But it's not, I found the paper. I'm going to give it an A. In this scene, just really quickly, because we have too much to discuss to get into this, but do you remember putting your paper inside a fancy folder?
Yes.
To stage it, to make it look good. And like all the tricks we used to do to like make your paper look better.
Yes, with the plastic
thing and like giving it a fancy title. I would make title pages. I would rather decorate the book report than do the book report, if that makes sense. Like I could decorate it. I could do line spacing so that it would look longer than it was before we figured that out. You know, kids today can't do that because everything's digital.
Yeah, but AI is writing half their paper. They have other problems, like, and my
AI
head
is the new report cover. AI is just the new way to jazz up your paper.
But in my head, I was like you. In my head, I was writing the great cover letter, making it pretty, putting it in the wrap. In my actual life, I bought the material and they sat there collecting dust because I was not organized, nor did I do the work in a timely manner enough to get all the rest of this.
Right. I wouldn't do that. I would spend a half an hour writing the paper and 2 hours jazzing up the staging of it.
I think it works. I think that
and look where we are now.
That.
We clearly have made it. So
hey kids, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nothing
We're
matters.
in the same place.
Yeah.
So also going back, he made asabuco and she said, "Oh, how'd you learn how to make asabuco?" And once again, Max Medina only knows how to lie to Lorelai in lengthy stories.
Yes.
With lots of
unnecessarily.
detail. Why? Why can't you say?
Yeah, I used to date a chick.
We're in our 30s. Yeah. Max always lies and she has to like say it.
And his lie was elaborate. Yeah, he could have just said like, I read a recipe. Like he could have made up such a shorter lie. The fact that he had to elaborate on it was so weird. And then she calls him out. But if she hadn't called him out, she would just think that. Like, why did you make that choice? Why can't he say like, I dated an Italian chick once? Or
I dated someone who cooked, a chef, a female, a male. Like, I don't care. What's it? Why can't
the reason I like certain bands is because I dated a guy who liked that band. Like, you know what I mean?
You have to admit that.
I mean, I would be like, this Italian woman lived over me and she really liked the Talking Heads.
Right.
So
I didn't get Metallica from my brother. I got it from down the block. This guy made the best meatballs. Anyway, and then not only that, so we brought up that Lorelai brings up Rory in the academic sense. And not only that, when they start making out and are clearly going into the bedroom, she starts pretending that she is a teenager.
She does this sexy role play.
But Max is actually a teacher, her daughter's teacher. Right. And she's like, I put the quote down, "I won't make the cheerleading squad. Mr. Medina, is this my extra credit work?" Because Missy had to just take a test, meaning I'm sleeping with you to get a mark. But these are children we're talking about. This is and so it's not, gross.
You also didn't discuss the role play. If you want to have a sexy, fun role play, that's fine. But you shouldn't use their actual job with a situation that could actually happen with your actual daughter.
Right.
That we were just talking about. Like that transition was so fucking weird. You're right. Like,
so gross. Yeah. So other than that, I tried to read Proust as well. I think I got through the first sentence, which was actually as long as a chapter. So I counted that and stopped. I only downloaded the sample. You know how you get a sample? So I downloaded the sample of a Proust book, and the sample, because it's a percent of the book, was as long as most of the books that I read.
Yeah, I knew better than to try to read Proust. Never read Proust.
I had to try it. I don't know what happened. I don't even know what happened. And I know I read pages of it. I have no idea what it's about.
I mean,
no thanks. I don't know. You know, good on you if you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, to me, that date. I don't like it. I don't like this whole thing. He's a liar. But anyway, Lorelai gets back home. She's kind of sneaking in, which is fair because Rory's sleeping on the couch and nothing really happens in this. It's kind of really nice, but I do love this line always. So Rory's going to stay on the couch instead of going back to her bed. And I love couch sleeping. She says, I'm comfortable. I got the pillows in a perfect mushed position.
Yes.
And isn't that a reason to stay on the couch?
Yes.
A lot of people would wake you up and go, no, you'll be much more comfortable in bed.
You got to go to bed. And you're like, no. I just did it. Like, I got everything like in the right spot. Yeah. Totally relatable.
So that's all I had for that scene.
Yeah.
But,
and I mean, that was cute, but they're doing the mother-daughter reversal, you know, like the daughter's waiting up for the mother. Ha ha ha.
Right.
And like we've been beaten over the head with that this series.
It was rated PG enough between a 16 and a 36-year-old. It was appropriate. And which I think was the only appropriate scene in this whole episode.
Yeah. We're back at
Chilton.
At Chilton, and we find out that Paris's parents are getting divorced. Did we know that already, or is this the episode that we're introduced to that concept?
This is the episode we're introduced, and we also
I didn't know if they said it at the party or something, but no, right? This is where we're learning that.
Yeah, and we're also understanding how in the limelight Paris's family is, how it's being put in newspapers, and so all of her dirty laundry is now rolling around school. I think people are making fun of her, and she's having a really hard time. And I do feel for Paris for a minute in this episode. And you know what? I feel bad when I feel bad for people who are so mean all the time, because everyone has a reason to be mean. The bottom of my foot hurts for no reason today. I just want to spew out fire.
You want to take it out on me? Do you want to take it out on me?
Can I please?
Just do it. Just get it out. Yeah. But no, I mean, I think people are complicated and and I think good writing, especially on TV, shows you that no character should be either good or evil. People have good and evil qualities about them, and that's people, right?
Yes,
so
but
I don't think you should feel bad for feeling bad. Wait, I don't think you should feel bad for feeling bad for Paris, is what I mean.
And I agree, but it's a reason, not an excuse. And so I have to work that out in my own mind, in my actual real life, not to give people an excuse, just understand they have a reason and move on. So, so they're dissing who Max's girlfriend can be, which is like,
how do they know Max has a girlfriend? No,
they're pontificating. They're like, oh, what would his girlfriend be? Because they kind of have a crush on him. So Madeline and Louise are like, ooh, what kind of person would you think he would date? And then Paris is like, he would only date an idiot because he's just a teacher.
Oh, he's the smart one, and smart people date dumb people. I mean, teenagers are stupid. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. But only us and Rory know that, they're talking about her mom. So and also he's a nice teacher, but they're talking about the woman who would date him. They think he's fantastic. Cut to Friday night dinner.
Yes. Do you know what squab is?
Well, from what Lorelai said, it's a tiny little bird.
It's a pigeon.
Oh, no.
Squab is pigeon. Squab is rich person for pigeon.
How dare you say caviar and squab at me? I even put lobster in that category. I know I'm going to get into fights over this. Lobster is a giant roach that the more tentacles on the table, the more it costs for some reason. Caviar, I don't know why you're eating lobsters
with tentacles, but I want to see a lobster with tentacles now.
Whatever those things are called. Listen,
no, I know. I can't. Mean. But rich people food is rebranded poor people food, and lobster is a perfect example of that. Lobster used to be poor people food, now it's rich people food, and pigeon too. Squab is rebranded pigeon. And
making this scene even better for me because Emily had a shit-eating grin on her. She's so smug. Lorelai called it out because she knows her mother's face. Rory is Switzerland, which I fully understand and just wants to talk about the color blue. But oh, how Emily is so excited that she knows that the Parents' Day is this Wednesday at Chilton. And she even says, why don't I go instead of Lorelai? And how dare you? Why? Imagine you have a child and you're smug at your child for something that I don't even know for what. I don't even know for what.
It's too petty. It's too petty. It's stupid. I mean, why did she bring it up at all? If that was her plan and she knew that Lorelai wouldn't know, why bring it up? 1,
I know more than you. 2, I'm a better mother than you.
Right.
3, I have a feeling you won't be able to go. So I'm going to go in your place because I want to replace you so bad and take over because you're probably ruining this kid. How could you not? You're ruined yourself.
Yep.
So that's why you have a smug look on your face. Ew to you.
Yeah.
But, oh my God,
she was being gross in this scene for sure. But the minute she mentioned Parents' Day, I was like, oh, Lorelai's going to make an ass of herself.
You called it. You called it 1,000%.
This is going to go badly. This is going to go so badly. I just knew when the minute she was like, the parents get to sit in the classrooms, I was like, oh, that's going to be. Now it didn't happen the way I thought it would. We'll get to that in a second. But like, I was like, oh, this is no good.
It didn't happen the way you thought, but it happened kind of the way you thought. You kept predicting like little things along the way that added up to kind of what happened. So yeah.
So then we're back at home and Lorelai is getting ready for the date and Rory has her. What?
Late again.
Rory has her backpack on. She's on her way out the door and Lorelai is screaming things at her like, where's this? Where's that? Because Lorelai is a child and Rory has to help get her ready. Finally, the doorbell rings and they freak out. Like, this is an unmanageable problem that like, and then Lorelai says she hates punctuality, which made me vomit in my mouth.
Okay. So, and I'm not wrong. I'm not right for this. I want to preface this next statement. I'm not right for this, but I enjoy when people are a few minutes late to my home, especially if it's a party.
If it's at home, yes. If you are coming over and you say you'll be here at 6 and you come at 6:13, yeah, fine.
I'm loving that.
However, they are going out. He is picking her up to go somewhere.
Like I said, I'm wrong. And he's obviously right. And she's always late. And so Lorelai is wrong for being late. Okay. That's her regular usual wrong. That's my wrong too. Our bad. We get it. But they had rules and Rory's not supposed to get to open the door. She's not supposed to open the door for any male suitors, let alone her freaking teacher. She's also not supposed to be around at all for this. Now you're asking her to answer the door
and make chit chat. And she could answer the door on her way out of the door. I don't know why that didn't occur to anybody. She's like, I'm going to let him in because it's cold and weird, but I'm on my way out the door. I'd be like, hey, Mr. Moderna, what the fuck? Medino, Matilda, I don't know, I forget his name, but like, hey, Max. And then she skedaddles and they don't have to stand there making awkward chit chat. Also, why did Lorelai change the rules in real time and steamroll over Rory and be like, we're changing the rules. You answer the door. She had clothes on. She could have answered the door. Hey, give me 5. Sit down. I'm not ready. Instead, they're talking about like, we have bottled water. We have a single, like, so awkward.
So awkward and fair that it's awkward. This is Rory's teacher that she now has to make chit chat with. And she knows what, he and her mom are about. So it's disgusting. And also, Lorelai says, Rory, you should get the door because it's cold outside and Max is waiting. No, you get the door. I don't even care if you're naked. You get the door.
I wasn't even going to be here. You had to have a plan B for me not being here. Right. Him being on time is not my fault.
So I'm shaking my head.
Disgusting. She could have been out the door. Hey, what's up, Matilda?
Mr. Medina.
Mr. Medina, what's up, Mr. Medina? I was just on my way out. And then he goes, okay, have a good night. And she goes, yeah, mom's 5 minutes away. Sit down.
Right.
Why did everyone made the worst choice. No, except for Max. Max was fine. But the Gilmore twins made the worst decisions, both of them.
And I think Rory was doing her best and she did a great job. I said it before, when I had to be around my teacher, especially outside of school, I turned into mush. So I don't know. She probably should get some experience in that, because you shouldn't lose yourself that much. And I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I think
she did great. She did great, but it wasn't fair to put her in that position anyway, especially if they already had an agreement, especially if it's not like she had to hide in the bedroom.
And by the way, Max is not good in this scene either. He tells Rory to call him Max, but only outside of school. She rightfully says that can get confusing. Then he makes up that they call each other by different names. I don't want a pet name for my teacher. No, to any of this.
I don't want to have a secret little inside joke with him. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Max was gross too.
Max is gross.
Call me by
all
a different name. It'll be less awkward if you call me a different name. It'll be less awkward if we don't have this kind of encounter.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So gross.
Okay. Yes.
Then we go to Luke's diner and Sookie is talking about squash blossoms. Have you ever had a deep fried squash blossom?
No. You're way more adventurous with food.
My boyfriend made them for me from squash blossoms that grew in his backyard.
Swoon.
This was an early dating experience. I was over at his apartment. I'd never had one. And he was like, I'm going to make, they're such a pain to make.
He sounds like it.
He whipped up 4 of them.
Wow. So how was it?
It was so good.
Really?
Oh my God. Well, anything deep fried. I mean, deep fried is half the battle, but they were, in addition to being deep fried, also really good.
Wow. Yeah. Go him.
Yeah.
He's a nice
sweetie.
Guy. Yeah.
But then we find out that they're going ice skating and she's like, why don't you invite Max? And Lorelai gets all squirrely about it because she's weird.
And she said, Lauren Graham is such a good actress that you see all these thoughts in her face and she's just looking at Rory. Man, sometimes I want to meet actors to just look them in the face and go, how'd you do that?
How'd you make
your face like
answer?
That? Yeah. Not hear an answer. Just go good on you.
Good face acting.
I think they know.
Yeah, they know. They did that on purpose. And that was the 15th take too. You don't know what the first 14 takes were. The first 14 takes were what? And then the director's tone it down. And she's like, whoa, and then we're only seeing the best of each take. You know what I mean? So
that's true. So all hail the director, the editor, the writers. I mean,
it's everybody. Everybody is holding on. Right. And the actress might have had diarrhea that day. Right. And that was her diarrhea face. And we're like, oh, she's such a good actress. Yeah. We don't know.
Yeah. And so they're coming up on a skating date. And so here comes Luke just saying, hey, give me your skates. I'm going to get them ready for you to not kill yourself on them. I'll sharpen them up. I'll make sure that they're right for you. And I think this is the way Luke shows love. He's this gruff guy. And he's like, no, I want to take care of you. I will just do it. He is
way less gruff than he was when we first met him. The first 3 episodes, his lines were the ice caps are melting. And then he would just leave. And I don't think gruff describes him anymore.
Interesting. Okay.
I think he's soft and sweetie, especially after the hospital episode. And he had me at bringing ice to a party.
It's true.
So I am already on Team Luke. I have a feeling that there will be a Team Luke one day, just based on how they're developing this character and how the writers have softened him in the last 11 episodes. But the reason I think there is a Team Luke, by the way, is because I got a spoiler hashtag that said Team Max. And I was like, oh, if there's a Team Max, that implies that there is another team. And the only other love interest that we could possibly have is the only other male character that has been any kind of developed of all. So I feel like there's a Team Luke coming. And I'm going to be on that team because he brought ice to a party and that makes me love him. He drove you to your dad's, dad being in the hospital and he'll shine up your ice skates for you. But
yeah.
how does he know how to do that? But okay.
Yeah, I'm dating one of those guys right now. Thank you.
He can shine up your ice skates?
I bet he can. We never came across that, but I bet he can. And
I think my boyfriend can shine up my ice skates too. He worked in a sporting goods store. Yeah.
Does your boyfriend do one of these things? Like, yeah, anyone knows how to do that. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
none of these things everybody knows how to do.
No, and then he'll say, you just need and then name a piece of like industrial equipment that he has one of.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be like, oh, you just need like a skate grinder. I have one.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody knows how to do it. He got his bike in the mail. He put it together. We had a leak, like, we're talking about a waterfall, like coming through the light fixture, stayed calm, turned everything off. I'm like, I would call 911. I don't know where any of this is coming from. He's like, everybody knows it's right here. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I one time swapped out a windshield wiper blade on a car, and I'm basically a master mechanic. Like,
oh, I'm coming to you for my
I swapped out a wiper blade by myself. I even bought the new one correctly.
Okay.
And swapped it out. And then when it rained the next time, I was like a god unto them.
That is exactly how I would feel. That is exactly how I would feel.
That's how it felt. I was like, oh, I am the strong. Like, yeah. So then I got certified master mechanic from swapping out the wiper blade. And I never touched a car again.
Our men are listening to this going like, everybody knows how to change.
Everyone knows how to do it. It's intuitive. I mean, that's the worst part, is that there's really not much to it.
I don't care.
Like, if you look at it, if you like kind of fiddle with it, it's really not that hard. I never thought about it, I
literally pat myself on the back when I do weird things like that.
What we were talking about the other day, that I was like, I don't know, I'm a hacker when I get the printer to work. I'm like, oh, the printer, like I was able to print something. But even like senior like tech people can't get their printers to work, so that makes me feel a little better, Are
you kidding me? When I do keyboard shortcuts, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Who can control A? I got it. Control Z, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
anyway, Luke has a skate sharpening machine.
Sure.
It's a skate grinder that every gentleman should own.
Obviously.
And then he's gonna like fix up her skates, and she doesn't bat an eye. Luke just does shit for her all the time.
That's why I really liked Sookie's line in the diner when she said, "Wow, you get really good service here."
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Because he's in love with you, you idiot.
Yes.
Then we get Sookie is at Lorelai's home.
Being so nice to Lorelai.
Being so sweet. This is clearly after ice skating, because she's like soaking her feet, and what a mistake. I thought we were going to get a montage of them skating. We didn't get that. I was kind of bummed.
Oh, what kind of budget do you think this show has?
I wanted to see them skating. It would be fun. But you're right. You got to pay for that. So we're back at the home. She's like she's being so sweet. She's doing caretaker stuff. And we get a little bit, thank you, finally, of the Sookie backstory. Which is that, don't bring up that she's single.
Lorelai brought it up Lorelai was kind of being a jerk to her the whole time. But I think that close friends talk like that, because Sookie was calling out Lorelai's behavior. And then Lorelai called it out, but she put a little sting on it. Like, who are you to tell me anything? You don't date at all, sort of thing.
Right.
But I do like the line right away. Lorelai says, wow, 0 to jackass in 3.2 seconds. And then Sookie comes back with, that's all right. Your feet hurt. Hello. Hello.
I know. And then Lorelai cheers her up by saying, do you want to quote more Ricky Martin?
Do you want to sing more Ricky Martin at me?
Yeah, sing more Ricky Martin. And then she does.
And again with the acting, to get really vulnerable in a scene and 5 seconds later have to amuse yourself with Ricky Martin singing.
Yeah.
I thought Sookie, Melissa McCarthy, another queen.
When they set this up, I immediately said, oh, she's going to end up with Jackson. Because that's the only male character we've seen Sookie engage at all. Like, we don't see Sookie do anything except banter and snark back and forth with this one character. So I'm like, well, obviously she ends up with Jackson because they've been.
I didn't know. I didn't see that coming, but I don't see any of the stuff that you see coming. But I think I'm a good audience because I'm so dumb when it comes to what comes next. But
also the show was 25 years ago. So all of the tropes that I now think are obvious might not have been obvious back then.
You're giving me a lot of credit and thank you. And that's okay.
Okay. But yeah, it's just because who else is she going to date? Michelle? You know, like, I mean, Michelle, he needs to get some too, but, so I was like, oh, she's going to go out with Jackson because they were just bantering about squash blossoms. Say squash blossoms 3 times fast, by the way. Do it. Do it.
Squash blossoms. I can't even say it one time.
You couldn't do it. That'll make it into a short, I'm hoping. Okay.
Like and subscribe.
All right. So then we're back at school. Oh my God.
Is this not a full episode?
Oh my God. So we're back at school. I got so mad when Max asked Rory about Lorelai.
Especially because he looked like he was a teenager himself asking someone to the prom. Yep. He might as well have been shuffling and his feet and looking at them and just going, oh no, you think your mom likes me?
Yeah.
Shut up, Max.
Grow up. Don't bring the kid into this. It's already weird. It's already weird that she's in your class and now you're asking the kid, does your mom like me? Because she hasn't contacted me. He could get away with saying I'm doing a count. Maybe.
Yes. Not like that. He can't. These are the actual notes that I wrote. Max is a fucking weirdo, all caps. Seeing if mom is coming for Parents' Day. You are so obvious. The cookie count. I hadn't heard from her in a while. What's wrong with you, Max?
You type fast. I just wrote down with my pen, don't ask your student about her mom.
But I also
underlined
have watched
student because I've
watched this a million times.
Okay. All right. So you've written half of this in your head. Yeah. I thought that was appalling and disgusting and embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
Mostly.
And funnily enough, Rory wasn't really fully getting how uncomfortable. I think because she was left off at this relationship between Lorelai and Max is going really well. So Rory's like, yeah, put us down for 4 cookies. La, la, la. Everything's good.
Right. Again, I think she's the more graceful character, but also she and him just had this, like, they got the worst awkwardness out of the way at the door, you know? Right. So this is less awkward than that, but still from like an adult perspective, no.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hate it.
Terrible. Then we get a Heathers reference, which I appreciated because Heathers is a great movie about teenage hierarchy. Because
so we're back at home and they're cleaning out the fridge. Yep. And not only do we get the Heathers, we also got Felix Unger, and who's the other one?
The other one, it's Felix and oh my God.
Fill it in, you guys.
Fill it in.
Who's going to get it first in the comments? I had it just so. But yeah,
I'm going to Google it. And we also get a Seinfeld reference, which is it okay to eat out of the trash if it's still in its packaging?
Wait, is that after the Seinfeld?
I think this episode aired
I didn't put that together.
After that Seinfeld. I mean, it's
okay. So now I have to ask you, I have to ask the audience. I have to ask myself, if you watched that episode and said, and she did take it out of the garbage, she put the pizza box in the garbage. Then at the end of the scene, she takes the pizza box out of the garbage because obviously she's about to eat it. Would you eat the pizza box that went into the garbage and then you took it right out?
Eat the pizza box?
Sorry, eat the pizza in the box.
I would eat the box and not the pizza. No, I would eat the pizza. First of all, I live alone. Nobody cares. Secondly, food is expensive and pizza is pizza. Yeah.
And I believe it didn't touch anything. So I would. Yes, I would.
I feel like garbage is in the eye of the beholder. Garbage is what we make it. It depends on what else was in there, obviously.
I mean, I'm not turning freegan over this, you know?
Yeah, but like all
I'm not
things
dumpster
equal,
diving.
if it was in a contain, somebody find out who Felix's roommate was.
It's going to kill you.
All things equal, if it was still in the box and safe and contained, absolutely I would eat trash.
Okay.
My own trash? Yes, I would eat my own trash.
I seriously want to know from the audience.
And for the record, in that Seinfeld episode, the cake was on top.
Yeah, I'm into it. There was also there was a Sex and the City episode where she puts the cake in the garbage and then just eats it from the top. Then she does what I have done many times before. She takes the dish soap and pours it on the cake so that she doesn't reach in there again and eat it.
Oh, nice. That's smart. I haven't done that. That's a waste of dish soap. But I do smash it and make it somehow unappealing. I will do that in a coffee mug if I'm like, oh, you gotta stop with the coffee.
I'll smush it into the garbage so that it touches the garbage, and then
you just lick the garbage. Like then you don't need a fork at all.
Cameras here.
Yeah. No, I do it.
Okay, so but also during this scene, Rory's talking to her mom about how Paris is really getting it at school, and that she actually feels bad for her. Which again, I do a little bit also. Lorelai does say if it was anybody else, I would also feel bad, but she's just mean. But okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then that's when Rory and Lorelai get into the confrontation about the book. Lorelai asks Rory to give Max the book back.
Oh my God.
So
be a fucking grown up.
First, there's so many anger points here. First of all, if you are going to break up with someone because you've had enough dates with them to not give them back something you borrowed through your child who is their student. What are you thinking? And then that's the way that Lorelai tells Rory that she doesn't want to come and will not be coming to Parent Day. That's the way that she's telling everybody that she's breaking up with this dude. She's ghosting him when she knows that this person is going to be in her life at least 2 more years.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Horrible. Like she's never broken up with a dude before. And clearly she has per the Sookie, scene.
Oh, yeah.
Sookie clearly she has experience breaking up with people. And there are so many ways to not break up with a person. There's only a few rules.
Yeah. And I understand.
Not be a complete asshole about it.
And she is being a complete asshole. And I understand if he was a jerk. I understand if she just, I don't know. There's maybe if he's a jerk, I understand being like, no, I'm not looking at him again to give him back the book, but not if you're giving the book to your child.
Right. And you can't be a jerk to him because even if he's a jerk, he's still your kid's teacher.
That's right.
So you might want to do this with a little bit of decorum.
And Lorelai and Max, they got to stop using Rory as the pipeline. Oh my
God. I know.
That's the actual rule is
like tell your mother to call me.
Ew.
And give my boyfriend back his book. I'm done with oh my God. And Rory doesn't have enough life experience to tell them both to fuck off.
Except she did, which I loved.
Right. But she's really I'm not getting into this. Like there's nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Rory said, do whatever you want, but you give him back this book yourself.
Yes. Once again, the teacher has become the master.
Yeah.
Then we get to
back to Chilton,
where we see
Paris. Think you already got as mad as you can get with this episode, and then here comes this scene.
Yes, but first we see Paris with her mom.
Yes,
and her mom is giving her skincare advice.
So sad.
Did your mom ever give you skincare advice?
No. First of all, Paris's skin is flawless.
I know.
That aside.
That's not, I know, it's Hollywood good. It's not even like regular person good. It's like amazing skin.
You know what? She did, now that I think about it. Not like that, because she wasn't vain in that way. She was more modest vain, like make sure things are tucked in, make sure everything is, you're wearing the right this for the right that. But This is very reminiscent of what's that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, when like Windex fixes everything.
Oh, yes.
So my mom's Windex was petroleum jelly, Vaseline.
Yeah.
So
okay.
she thought everything gets fixed with Vaseline. So she would actually put Vaseline on her face. Granted, she has great skin, but I think this is just the skin that we have. It's fine, you know? So she would recommend Vaseline on everything, just like that guy recommended Windex on everything.
Wow. Nice. Yeah. But she wouldn't do this in school.
No, she would never talk down to me in public. Not like that. No.
So that's like the Vicks Vapor Rub of like our parents' generation. Like my dad also thinks Vicks Vapor Rub cures everything.
Really?
And you're like, it's like, you know, I mean, I don't know that it does anything for anything, but he'd be like, Vicks Vapor Rub, you got a headache, Vicks Vapor Rub, you got a cough, Vicks Vapor Rub, you got sinus infection, Vicks Vapor Rub. It's like all of it.
But did your mom correct you like that?
Yes, I really felt for Paris because I've been Paris, and my mom, we had a dermatologist and his name was David, and like the name David, represented like your skin looks bad. She'd like look at me and go, should we make an appointment with David? And I'd be like, oh, come on, man. Like,
is that in public?
No, not usually in public, but it didn't have to be at home either. You know, like I'd be like, I battled my skin so hard my whole life. And like David was a perfectly nice doctor. Like there wasn't, but it was just that it was code for like, I can tell that your skin looks bad.
That sucks.
And so like, I really felt for Paris in this scene where the mom would be like, are you using the new goo or whatever? And you're like, it's again, blaming the victim, because I do believe people who suffer with acne are victims. So you're blaming the victim for acne and being like, did you use the new wash? Did you do this? And like, oh, I felt that. I think maybe because I'm sensitive about skin stuff, you know?
I mean, it's fair because it's a mini trauma. It's not like the end of the world or anything, but it's stuck in there. For me, that was more me reaching for more food. I'd actually hear like,
oh man. Yeah.
There was a lot of, you've had enough. There's a lot of like, let them have more because
that's
you're
awful.
Done.
I mean, that is absolutely awful. I think the difference is that acne is happening to your body.
Yeah.
You know, like theoretically you could sneak food. I don't know. That's not a good example. Not a good example.
Did.
But yeah,
I did.
but you can't cure acne.
No, that sucks. I didn't have that particular thing. I had too much hair. So that's a thing. And my mom made me wait way too long to remove some of it. And so I was just like, I'm growing a mustache faster than everybody in my class, including the boys. This is so fun.
Teenagers are so gross. I'm sorry.
Well, it didn't wait until I was a teenager. Okay. I'm Middle Eastern.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boo to your mom. Okay. But then getting to the meat of this scene is Lorelai does not blow up in the class, which I thought she would. I thought she would walk into class and be like, Max, I can't be with you anymore. And he'd be like mid-lesson. Alas, she does not do that. She smiles sheepishly because he does look really cute when he's teaching. And then everybody leaves the classroom and she tries pathetically to break up with him. And it just turns him on and they start smooching.
Okay. That is the greatest explanation of all of that, because every moment of the scene made me more and more mad. First of all, don't stay behind to give him the book because you know exactly what you're doing. You are now with your child. It is not time to go do anything with Max, including break up with him, including say, I'm sorry, I haven't had time. You nod at him like you've only met him like the rest of these parents and you keep it moving.
You will talk to him later. You are in parent mode right now. You are not in girlfriend mode right now.
And then she's being rude on top of it. I've been meaning to call you like he's some stranger. And then you're breaking up in school. And then and then Max saying, I'm not letting you off that easily, which is like at the time, guys were allowed to do stuff like that. But he also recognizes that she's doing this out of fear, but it's just weird. And then I have making out exclamation point, question mark many times. And then I wrote barf.
Yep.
And then
I wrote.
Oh yeah.
I wrote Paris saw, because I knew somebody, the minute they started kissing, I was like, well, somebody walks by, and I didn't know who it would be. Obviously it would be Paris, but I didn't know if it would be another teacher or, Travis Skirflam. Tristan. I didn't know if it was I didn't know who was going to walk by and see it, but obviously if they're going to make out in the class, somebody has to see it.
But it actually didn't matter if Paris saw it or not, because whoever sees it, that's your teacher making out, not just peck kissing, not hugging, making out fully.
I mean, you'd have to transfer schools. Like, I don't know the blowback. I don't know how Rory handled the blowback from that.
I thought she did pretty well. I thought it was
she did amazing, but like, I'm like, how I would like have to miss 3 weeks of school.
Yeah.
And then we get to,
the way Paris, she found out, first of all, the way Rory found out, it was, she was sitting there calmly in the cafeteria waiting for her mom while there was ruckus more and more around her. She knows something's going on. And then Tristan blows her a kiss. And then Paris lets her know, yes, this is about you. And I'm the one who started this rumor. And the rumor's true. Right. Your mom is doing nonsense right in the school. What is wrong with you? Which is exactly what Rory said. Right. But you let her sit in that, knowing that this school has been so hard on her, specifically socially.
Right.
And then you have the balls to say, see, this is exactly why I didn't want to date him. What?
Right. That part, she blew it back to Rory. Wait, but first, I just wanted to address that when Paris did that, they set it up in the episode that Paris is doing it to get the heat off of her.
Yeah.
Right. Because the school is making her life horrible from her parents having a messy divorce. So she needs some other piece of gossip. And I could see in a teenage mind that makes a logical, be like, you just need some other piece of gossip to take the heat off. So that's why she does. She didn't think it out very well. And Rory points that out. She's like, do you realize how it's going to affect Mr. Medina? I should write these down during the episodes. I don't. But she's like, do you realize like how many lives you've affected by this? And like Rory has such a good point that like, if you want to mess with me, that's fine. But like, you're screwing over our teacher who we like.
Yeah. Who she specifically said, Mr. Medina holds up your papers and says what a good job you did.
Right. And like, I thought Paris was going to see this and use it as blackmail, frankly, and like hold on to this information and be like, you do this for me, or I tell the school this, or, like you get me a date with Tristan, or I tell some teenage crap, but that didn't happen. She immediately went out with it. The fight in the stairwell is so horrible.
And so good.
Lorelai takes no responsibility. She's like
horrified, which is great.
Right. She does apologize. Immediately.
She tells the truth.
But she doesn't say.
Then she backpedals.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the adult.
Rory takes it really well. She even gets to, why are you breaking up with him? She gets to being empathetic about, hey, what's going on? I thought this was a nice thing.
Right.
And then they end with a joke, of course.
What was their joke?
The joke is something about, I want to know if you're going to keep kissing my teachers because we're about to go into Mrs. So-and-so's class. And Lorelai goes, well, I can't make any promises. I got to see what she looks like. I know. Very cute. Yeah, that was cute.
I thought the tension between Emily and Rory was really great. I mean, I'm sorry, between Paris and Rory in the cafeteria was really good. Cause she's like, if you ever need to talk, like even she can tell Paris is in pain. I don't know.
But Rory is like that. She's depicted very empathetically.
Right. She's like, she's got freakish emotional intelligence for not just a person, but for a teenager.
Yeah. And to also get over that Paris just made her life even worse, to still have empathy for that person because you've watched her go through, her parents being in the paper and the school being mean to her. Somehow Rory knows that Paris kind of has it worse no matter what.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a lot of layers. It was great.
Yeah.
Then we get back to the inn.
Yes.
Sookie asks Jackson out, surprising no one. Jackson accepts.
Very awkwardly, which I like.
Yep.
He says okay, she says okay. That's kind of the end of the episode, except we meet at the coffee shop again.
God. Okay.
Max and Lorelai meet at the coffee shop that we know is off campus,
Right. This is on neutral ground. So they meet. Right. I wrote as the scene started and we saw Max sitting there looking a little bit like worn down. I was like, Max should break up with her. Max needs to end it because his career is now on the hook. And like, duh. It got messy. It got messy too quickly and too stupidly. They're not smart enough to date each other and be subtle about it.
Well, it's like Emily said. Emily said you always let your emotions run wild. And I know we're on this next scene, but I want to know what you think of that because it's one of those scenes between Emily and Lorelai that you can actually take both sides, I think. First of all, Lorelai does not want to talk to her mother about it. You can't just talk to me. As far as Lorelai's concerned, Emily can't talk to her about this because they don't speak about these topics. I don't want to know your opinion because you're not gonna be in my head. You're not gonna be empathetic towards me. You're not gonna understand the vulnerability that I just went through. You are just gonna kick my ass.
Yeah.
And Emily's like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Lorelai, what are you thinking? This is my school, my reputation. This is my granddaughter. And Lorelai's like, this is my daughter and my life. So does Emily have a pass for bringing this up? Or
I wrote down, and I'm sorry I skipped this part. I skipped it. I mean, I had it written down and I skipped my notes. I wrote down, I'm with Emily on this one. I thought
interesting.
I absolutely agreed with everything Emily said to Lorelai in that scene where she's getting reamed for like making out with a teacher during school time on school property with students, or like, I'm completely with Emily. What were you thinking?
I mean, of course we are with Emily because that is everything that we just said to Lorelai, right? But here's the thing. Lorelai's not in our house. She's not a person that we love. She's not a person that we're trying to have a relationship with. If you did something like this, Carrie, I wouldn't come out at you like this. I would say, what's going on? And then allow you to have your emotions if I want to be a part of any of them. You can't ream a person when you're also not having a conversation of love separately. I'm not saying she has to condone it. She has to like be on her side. She doesn't maybe have to bring this up. I'm saying that it is not your place because you've never made it in your place to give me any kindness and warmth in order for you to be appropriate to give me, the snarkiness that you always give me and the, like Sookie can punch her a little bit, beat her up a little bit. What are you thinking? Oh yeah, you're just in time. But Emily, you got to be a little warm to be cold.
Well,
in these times.
It's not her style,
Right. So then I don't want to talk to you about it.
Right. I mean, but she's in damage control, and Emily is often the only adult in the room. And like this show needs an adult. Like it's not Max, it's not Sookie, Lorelai. I mean, it's Rory and Emily are the grown-ups.
Sookie a little bit, but no, then she lets down very quickly. I'm just saying that Emily is right, but her place in this and her weight into it is not the right approach because it only brings on defense. And then you have to understand Lorelai's defense because who would want their mother, who never thinks they do anything right, to be the one to say the truth when you're not right. So, she's smug over the newsletter. She thinks that, I'm
right. I mean, she got her way, like,
yeah.
Lorelai did make an ass of herself, but ruined Rory and Max in the wake of it.
I mean, that's how it happens, right?
Messy.
Yeah. But just a little bit of empathy, which your mom should have towards you, even when bad times are happening.
Right.
Otherwise, you don't get to be.
But also, it might have been different if Lorelai had burst into tears, for example. If her mom was like, "What were you thinking?" and Lorelai burst into tears and she said, "I don't know, Mom." But that's not her style either.
No, but I don't think tears, sadness, or any kind of emotion. I think because I understand this point of view from people who behave like that towards you, which my mom was a little like that, like Mrs. Kim, like Emily, you know, what are you thinking? When I cried in front of my father or my mother, they were just like, see that? Once again, you're being emotional. It's not, it doesn't help you. It kind of hurts you that, you know, you still can't handle it.
Right.
You're still making the wrong decision.
This is why you need my parental
direction. Do you see me crying? I should cry. You did so bad.
Oh my God.
Why are you crying?
No, poor Chemda.
No. It's the way these people think. And the more I grew up, the more I understand, like Emily's heart broke. She only knows how to respond to it from that place. And she wants an automatic relationship with her daughter because that's how mothers thought. If you had a daughter, you have a relationship with her. You're in her life. You tell her advice. You tell her when she's going wrong. You make sure she's doing the right thing, whether that hurts her feelings or not. Emily is coming from her version of love. It just isn't, you can't be receptive to it because that's not actually how humans work, or at least your own daughter, which you have to become aware of. So yeah, everyone's being themselves. That's the thing. You can't fault them because everyone is being themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I know it was brutal. It was a brutal episode. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, and it ends. We're back at home and Rory crawls into bed with Lorelai, who's crying because she got dumped.
Right. And they broke up, ? Because it kind of seemed like, hey, we just have to back away from each other until we learn how to make the correct decision. But yes, she was crying like she was broken up with. So I assume they're broken up. And here's my final note. Who do we feel more bad for in the final scene? Mom Lorelai, who's crying, who just got broken up with, or Rory, who also just went through a lot. Her version of breaking up, like I think that's, you know, on the same level, but Rory will now have to comfort her mom.
Yeah. I mean, I feel worst for Rory because she has to go handle this at school all day, every day.
At least
Lorelai has a job completely separate. There's no escape for Rory.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows. And now she has to go and be like, actually, they broke up.
And it's not just at home. It's also at school.
It's not just at home. She's got to comfort her mom at home. She's got to be made fun of because your mom banged the teacher at school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think she gets it worst of all. I think the adults, they've been dating 2 months.
Right.
They're going to be fine. They'll be fine. They didn't move in together. You know what I mean? They don't own real estate. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they both have jobs that they get their mind off it.
I mean, Max is on probation.
Max is going to hear it too. He's on probation and that sucks. But I think Rory gets the worst of it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, all three of them, Lorelai, Max, and Rory, have to behave as adults. So who doesn't belong in that picture? Rory.
Yeah, this poor kid.
And that was season 1, episode 11.
This was a great episode. I mean, it was cringy and awful, but I was into it. I'm giving it an 8.3. My scale, is basically what mood I'm in. Because there's no baseline. I'm just throwing numbers out. Okay. Somebody keep track and let me know.
I have to say, I thought this one would reach over 9 for you, but okay.
I don't know. See, I don't know if I give this one a 9 and then there's a better one, I'm going to run out.
I hope you're never a judge in the Olympics. Holy.
It's going to be bad.
Let's get into some trivia.
Give me some trivia.
Okay. Season 1, episode 11, Paris is Burning. We already established that we're calling it that. And the air date is February 8th. We're already in February here, 2001. My first question to you, why didn't Scott Cohen, who played Max Medina, let me start over. Why didn't Scott Cohen, who played Max Medina, want to play the role of Max? He said no at first.
Because he hates teachers.
Well, at first he said no because it wasn't a lot of money. Like I said, they didn't have a huge budget. And he also, quote, didn't want to do a character like this. So he knows Max is a jerk.
Oh my God.
To all you Max fans who believe
people aren't going to be on Team Max anymore.
Oh my God, people are going to hate us so much for this one.
Wait, really? Why are people going to hate us for this one?
There's some people who are like, Max is the shit. What did he do wrong? He reads poetry. He cooks.
I like Max. Well, she says it too. He's perfect for somebody. It's just not appropriate. He's perfect he's going to make a perfectly happy boyfriend, husband for somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I mean, I've dated perfect guys who weren't perfect for me.
Well, I don't like the lying. I don't like that, whatever. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, but here's the thing. So he watched the pilot with his wife and she told him, you have to do this.
Oh.
And she convinced him and he took the role because his wife said, no, this is a good one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. Part 2 has to do with the name of this episode. So the Gilmore Girls episode is called Paris is Burning. Where did they borrow this title from? We've seen that they borrow titles from movies, plays, or
wasn't Paris is Burning like a World War II thing?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
No, where did they burn it from? Where did they borrow it from?
So this is a two-parter. The first part is where did they borrow it from? Paris is Burning is the title of a 1990 documentary film about New York City's underground drag ball scene and the community. Have you seen this? It's a really good documentary.
No, what's it called? Let me write it down.
Paris is Burning.
Oh, duh. Okay, I got it. I'm learning.
So you're going to be even more interested in this movie after I ask this part 2 question. The same drag ball culture inspired which iconic Madonna song?
Vogue?
Yes.
Nice.
They're the ones who created voguing. She took it from them.
Wow.
Yeah. So you see some of that, strutting down and all of those moves.
That's awesome.
That have now
I got to watch that.
Yeah. It's a really good documentary. Very, very good. Okay. Next question. Do you recognize Paris Geller's mom in this episode?
No.
She played the mother of a teenager on a different TV series in the 90s.
Oh, no. Who is she?
So her name is Anne Gillespie, and she had a recurring role as Jackie Taylor. She was Kelly Taylor's mom in the TV series 90210.
Oh, my God.
She was in 26 episodes over the 10 season, 1990 to the year 2000. She also reprised the role, for those who did not watch the original series, in 6 episodes over the first 2 seasons of the relaunch of 90210.
That's crazy. I got to rewatch 90210. I mean, I was watching 90210 when this aired, like in 2000. No, before that.
Well, the 90210 was 1990 to 2000.
Right. But I remember watching it between 1996 and 2000. Like I remember watching it in this era vaguely.
It was such a big deal for us.
So I would have recognized her then is what I mean. That's so funny.
Now, normally that would be the end of my questions, but I have a bonus question for this episode. This episode of Gilmore Friends, our show, is released on which fabulous person's birthday?
Britney Spears.
Correct. And also...
and also you!
It's my birthday!
Happy birthday to you!
Thank you.
I don't know if the audience knows, we don't tape these in real time. It is a few weeks before your birthday right now as we sit here in real time and tape this, but this is airing on your birthday. So everybody get on social media and wish Chemda a happy birthday. Do you want to tell people what birthday it is for you? Or do you want that to be your little secret?
Why don't I'm 50.
50. She's turning a goddamn half a century,
I
guys.
know. This is actually the first birthday that I'm like, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot. That takes a minute. Yeah. You didn't feel that at the other decade markers?
No, happy and proud to turn every single age. And it's not that I'm not happy or proud, but I always saw 50 as something, and I'm not sure what it is. A lot of people are saying that your life will shift again. You will care a lot less. Things will come to you a lot easily. Yes, I'm waiting for this
care a lot less. I was told I'd care a lot less when I turned 40, and I've been waiting for this part of my brain to shut off where I care what people think of me. I don't think that that's real.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I can just say that a lot of things will change, but I don't know. According to people, this is a new place. So
it's a new beginning for you. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you very much.
And I hope that we do something really fun for your birthday, because I have a present for you.
What?
And I already bought it, and I'm killing myself not telling you what it is and keeping it.
Oh my God, I didn't know. Are you just going to like and subscribe? Is that your present to me?
That's my present. I'm going to like and subscribe to my own podcast. Good. No, I think it's better than that, but I'm not sure. Who knows? Anyway, I hope we do something fun when the date gets nearer. And as this airs, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Do you have any predictions for us for the next episode or more? Because I love your predictions along the way.
Oh my God. Are those what are making people? No, I mean, I think I said them along as we were discussing, but I think she and Max are broken up.
Okay.
And I think Sookie and Jackson have an amazing relationship. Maybe I bet they get married, because we need a wedding, but we can't have Lorelai get married yet. So I think Sookie and Jackson get married. And then what else happened this episode? I mean, I still believe that Paris and Rory are going to be friends because they're circling each other. They are sniffing each other's butts so hard. They're going to be friends.
Okay.
They want it. They both want it so badly. You look at them. Look at them. Look at the way they're.
Are you being 90s at me? Are you being 90s at me?
I don't need to talk to you. I mean, I'm not gonna, but you could if you want. Yeah, but I'm not. But I could. Yeah, they're flirting. It's great.
Okay.
I think those are the two big ones looking over my notes.
That works for me. I loved it. While you're looking down, I'm making all kinds of faces to the audience because this is going in the file of my brain explodes. So
yay! I love that I am purely responsible for your Xanax prescription.
I mean, what I really want is eventually a montage of you just predicting things.
And then, right. And then
at the end, my head actually explodes.
Right. With just the image of your head exploding and me going, wah, wah, because I either got it so right or so wrong, and I don't know which it is right now.
Oh, okay. That was it. Yeah. Thank you. If you made it till here, press any button in front of you, the share button, the comment button, all of that. We light up every time we see a comment, a like, all of that stuff. It changes our lives. And
it is.
This is the way my 50s are going to change. So thank you so much for listening. High five. We did it again.
High five. I'm going to go have some squab.
Good night.